Wienandsnek is a gravel pass on a farm road between Bedford and Tarkastad, coded as the MR00641. It has an altitude variance of 274 meters and summits well above 1,000 meters. It contains several sharp bends towards the summit section and some unprotected and steep drop-offs. The average gradient is at 1 in 27, with the steepest sections on the southern side presenting at 1 in 7. The pass is well worth exploring for its wonderful views and sense of solitude. It's easily accessible off the tarred R63 main road between Bedford and Cookhouse and is suitable for all vehicles in dry weather. It starts at an altitude of 805 meters and ascends via 8 bends, corners and curves in a northerly direction, gaining a total of 208 meters of altitude. Most of the sharper curves are in the upper half of the pass on the southern side. The pass itself is just above the national average of 5.4 kilometers. The pass starts adjacent to the Bellevue farm. The heading is initially northeast, and from here the road bends through a wide sweeping curve to the left as the ascent begins in earnest at a gradient of 1 in 14. As the first bend straightens out, the road faces due north for a short distance till the 1 kilometer mark, where the next bend is to the right around a nose of the mountain. The road straightens out and heads north-northeast for the next 800 meters, still climbing at 1 in 14. At the 1.8 kilometer mark, the road enters a tight left-hand S-bend. On this next section before the summit, the corners are often badly corrugated on the inside, which can easily result in a loss of traction. There's one final sharp S-bend just before the summit, but the gradients are much easier. As the summit is crested, 2 minor tracks intersect from the left, but both of these are private roads and are gated. At Wienandsnek itself, there are sweeping views over a wide valley to the north, surrounded by flat-top peaks ranging between 1,000 and 1,400 meters. Farms cover all the flatter areas, providing a patchwork of green fields. If you walk about 40 meters towards the southern side of the neck, the views extend all the way down to the R63, which is just visible in the distance. Aloes grow in profusion down the mountainside, and if you visit in late autumn, you'll be treated to a display of the bright red and orange flowers. The corner at the summit is via a right-hand bend of 120 degrees. It's sharp and tight, so if you don't intend stopping, please watch this corner, as it also has some negative banking. The descent is initially into the east-northeast at a gradient of 1 in 11, and at the 3 kilometer mark a sharp left-hand bend takes the road over a small ravine where the heading straightens out into the northeast, where it remains as the road is arrow straight all the way to the end of the pass. The gradients along this final straight average around 1 in 20. The pass ends at the intersection to Marmanskloof and the Thornycroft Primary School, adjacent to the farm Lichtenstein, at an altitude of 857 meters at the 5.4 kilometer mark. When you get to the intersection, the right-hand option leads to several farms tucked in between the mountains, and the left-hand fork leads towards Tarkastad, which is 75 kilometers further north. This fork also splits later, providing a gravel alternative to reach Craddock.